Back, folks. In this episode of Firewood Doctor, I'm going to see if the rejected pine that won't stack in there will burn in here today that I split yesterday. It was drying in round form for a few months, and that wood was not just bucked yesterday. It wasn't felled yesterday. It was felled for a while, sat in log form for a couple of months, then it sat a couple of months in round form. So now we'll see if I can get this to light. Got the backup clicker. There. Oh, get this out of there. Now we'll wait for that to get flaming up. Good fire going with that before I try the pine, because before you try burning anything that seems to be fairly wet, it may be just surface wet, it may be, drying the core, but get a good hot bed of coals going with the kindling or tinder. Get that good dry fuel going, then you can try for that. So we'll wait a while and see how that goes. Did I happen to mention I'm getting a sawmill? Yes, I am. I'm getting another sawmill. I know a lot of you are going like, yeah, smokeless fire pit, what a joke. But, you got to get heat into the core of the pit first before it goes smokeless. Because essentially smoke is condensed, unburned gases. So when it goes smokeless, you have what they call clear smoke, which is just basically completely burned gases, and you can see like it looks like heat ripples as it goes up, even though like 8-10 feet above it looks like heat ripples, but that's clear smoke. So that's why we got to get a good hot fire going first. That bark is going, so a little bit, you got nice dry maple in there from the kindling pile, so we'll see how much longer this takes to get rolling here. 8 minutes from the end of the last video clip, 8 minutes or so. Got a good fire going. So let's get some other wood on there. Big old chunk of maple. I only take one piece at a time. Get the poker here. There we go. All right. I'm going to add a couple more of the smaller ones in there. There we go. All right. 15-20 minutes or so for that to burn down, and then we'll try out that pine. Okay, got my general moisture meter. I already tested these, well, not these specific pieces, but I already know what the moisture is, but getting on camera is proof. Oh. 19.2. Do it again. 21.1. Tested down by this knot. 18 so that must help be wicking out. And this is stuff I just split literally yesterday. It might be a week before this a week since this video came out. 19.7. $22.2. Test this side. The wettest piece, 23.3. So this one might smoke a little bit. Now do the bark side. $26.1. Wow, that was wet. But let's see. Look at this. It's moisture testing me. Okay, his grade part. This one must have been sitting on the ground to be 34, because that's the highest reading I've seen. Getting more towards the core. It's a couple inches away. 20.4. So this side was sitting on the ground to be that wet. Now let's do progression, like a half inch or so from the edge. 28. Now let's see, about an inch further in. Well, that's actually higher, 31. Let's do it. $22.4 in the, like 3.5 inches from the outside edge. So, except for some. There, turn the moisture meter off so it saves battery. Except for really some portions of the individual pieces, like here it's too wet, but get here it's ready to burn. So you're gonna get some we're gonna get some mixed results here. So this one probably going, these two probably going second. We'll put these two in first, or one of these big ones and smaller ones. But surprisingly, this piece with the knot is ready to burn. This is probably because, the knot, this is an interior portion of the knot. So the outside portion probably helped wick moisture out of here, because it was drier here than it was here. Crazy. All right, let's toss the wood in and see how the fire reacts. I'll go with this piece. Yow, son of a gun. Fire, it's a little hot. Alright, let's just sit back and see how this fire goes. I'll give it a few minutes and then come back. Well, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes and it's burning just fine. Popping and cracking a bit, but yeah, that pine that split yesterday is burning. So don't be afraid to take pine from tree surfaces, because in a couple of months, especially if you process it right away, you could be selling it, burning it. I mean, this is it sat in log form for 2 months or 2-3 months, and then it sat in round form for a month and a half, 2 months, until I finally got to splitting it, and now it's burning in my own campfire. So don't shy away from pine from tree surfaces, especially in the name of the Firewood game. Turnover rate is where you make your money. Well, in any business, your turnover rate is what's gonna help you make money, because then you don't have the money tied up in inventory. Well, in this case, it was free, but still, you could use that to buy, that money to buy spare saw parts, more fuel for the saw, so you can keep cutting the hardwood. So don't shy away from pine from tree services, because it gives a really nice odor. You get that nice pine scent, especially when it's sitting here. I got pieces sitting right here, so I love the smell of that. Besides smelling great, it provides a little different flame than hardwood. I noticed that the camera isn't quite picking up, but the flame characteristics in the interior, but not around, you know, the reburn ring. But in the interior, the flame characteristics are different. Just a subtle difference. So you might want to go with pine instead. So that's it for this one, folks. I thought it was going to smoke like crazy, you know, especially that one piece. No, it flamed up almost right away. So maybe this one will be a problem child. I don't know. We shall see when that one burns. I just put the last piece of pine on from the forehead here. The one thing I notice is when the pine burns down, it doesn't make the flame like the maple does over the long term, so it kind of peters out, so you may have to manage how you put pine in there, but it burns all right. It'll flame up awesome for a while, and then it dies and peters down, but it doesn't quite have the durability of at least soft maple, so it doesn't burn great once, you know, the initial burn goes off, you know, like 10-15 minutes, you know, then after, you know, that first 10 or 15 minutes, and then it just goes down to basically charcoal. So but it's still going, and it relights almost instantly, you know. So that's not a big issue. The big issue is how much will the charcoal build up over time so you can keep the flames going. So if you can put up with minimal flame but a lot of but you have the fire hot enough to instantly get this flame within, you know, less than a minute. You know, literally when I just sat down, grabbed the phone to to film that, and it was already flaming that good. So yeah, pine is fine. You just gotta learn how to manipulate it in the fire, play with it in the pit, when to add stuff, how to add it on there, you know, like placement in the pit. So maybe one piece every 10 to 15 minutes instead of two pieces with hardwood every, you know, 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna be doing some more sampling here and figure stuff out and talk about that in a later video. So until next time, folks, take care, get out there, do something, have fun doing it.